The relationship between the experience and the experiencer is of oneness. It is not accurate to say that one is because of the other. That is not accurate, because that means the relationship becomes of cause and effect. One is not being caused by the other. But sometimes we say this. Probably you must have heard this from me also, that there is any experience at all because there is something to experience it. This is said like this, which is not totally wrong, but it is not accurate. This is said usually in the response to a question like this, that what will happen to the experience if there is no experiencer? Something like this. And you can see that it is a newcomer question. The newcomer has still not realized the oneness. So some questions can come like this, that the world exists even when there is nobody to experience it. This is very common sense argument. Then we try to answer this doubt, and we try to draw the attention of the seeker to their own direct experience. That was the world experienced without the experiencer? Any time in your life, any time in the history? Or is it even possible to experience the world without the experiencer, without there being anything to take that experience? And the answer comes out to be no. So it is proven then that the world is existing without any perception of it is only a concept in the memory. It is built on the past experiences. The whole world is built upon past experience, which is stored in the memory. It is not entirely false that the world exists when we are not looking at it, but it is unknowable. What exists will be unknowable. You can know the memory of it, and yes, you can conclude that there is something, there was something. Because of such questions, sometimes it is said that there is something at all to experience, because there is another aspect in the existence which is experiencing it. Without that power to experience, which is the experiencer, nothing will be experienced. So it is said to emphasize the interdependency of experience and the experiencer. Although they are not dependent, they are one. But in the beginning, when the oneness is not yet realized, or there are doubts in the mind of the seeker, some clarification is given like this. And this kind of language is little bit inaccurate, but is enough to convey the point that all we see is experience, and the experience and the experiencer are never seen without each other. You cannot confirm their existence without both being present at the same time. And there is no apparent distance between these two aspects, which should be very obvious, which should be self-evident, and therefore they are actually one. Second argument that is given is, in order for the two aspects of the existence to exist independently of each other, one must be seen without the other. One should disappear completely and still something should exist. And then we can say, yes, rightfully it is the truth, because it did not disappear when the other disappeared. There are only two aspects, experience and the experiencer. So we should be able to find an experience without the experiencer, which is impossible. And we should be able to find the experiencer without there being any knowledge of it, without there being any experience of any kind. But that is also impossible. So they will always be seen together. You'll always find them together. And this is not surprising, because they are one. Like you cannot find wave separate from the ocean. And you cannot find an ocean which has no form appearing on it. It is impossible. I hope, and that elaborates about this statement. So this statement is actually trying to tell that do not expect to find experience separately. There is no such thing. It is very paradoxical, and it is very hard to believe that there is no body, there is no world, and there are no objects, there is no universe if nobody is looking at it. It is very hard to believe it. But on the path of knowledge, or in non-dual philosophy, it is not said that there is no world when you are not looking at it. It is said that you cannot know what is there when there is no perception of anything, which is true. And since that perception also changes, without looking, you can say that everything is changing, and that means that it is all false already.